Good morning, everybody. 8:11 a.m. It is January 18th, 2024. This market is doing a little bit of a reversal. Um, Tried to go lower yesterday at those lows that I talked about yesterday. Okay, and it hit some key levels, especially in the Nasdaq Qs. So I'll go over that in a sec. All right, so that's what's going on. Right now, chips, semis are ripping higher. I am proudly in a applied materials, ticker AMAT long. So that's been working out pretty good. Um, Trying to manage that pre-market because it's gapping up pretty good. So with that being said, let's get into it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use volume profile, market profile to find structure in the market. Okay. Also use gamma exposure levels. Use supply and demand, most traded price of the year, the month, the week, and the preceding day, and anchored VWAPs. Okay, all right, all are not like don't give you bias in the market. They tell you raw facts. That's what I like about it. Right? It's not a crossover. It's nothing like that. It's indisputable. Okay, it's not lagging. It's just is what it is. That's why I like them, and that helps me determine what side I want to be on. Okay. Subscribe and set an alert if you haven't already. Okay. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And you can always follow me on X at Conzo719. Okay. Let's get into futures watch list. Okay. Now, NASDAQ's up 0.86, 0.87 now, whatever. Russell's up 0.67. Gold holding 2K, had a pullback yesterday, up 0.47. ES up 0.41. Silver is up 0.2. 30-year bonds basically flat, up 0.08. 10-year yield doesn't report to 820. All right, crude is flat. All right, dollar is kind of flat. The Dow is slightly down. Okay, the Dow is slightly down. Bitcoin is down 1.05%. Ether is down 1.39%, and the VIX is down 3.31%. A little fear coming out, right? A little fear coming out of the markets. Okay, now let's get into the stocks I like to swing and day trade. Now I have expanded my swing trade stocks. Okay, I have expanded them, so changing it up a little this year. Expanded that. I'm being more picky. All right, doing a little more homework, but being more picky. Let's get into that. All right, let's get into the ones I used to always go to. AMD is a monster, up 3%. Okay, up to 165. All right, closed at 160. All right, Apple has gotten an upgrade, and it was sitting on that 200-day moving average. Okay, I was looking to do some ratio puts for credit on weakness and never got a chance to. Now it's no longer by 180, right? It's up 2.15%. Nvidia is up 2.12, monster, heading towards 600. Roblox up 1.76, Snow up 1.29, Tesla, all right, has it seen a bottom? Don't know. It's up 1%. Okay. Boeing's up 1%. 200 was a key level, gamma level in Boeing. All right, so everybody's up except Coin and Baba, which is no surprise there. Okay, moving on. Top sector stocks: Qualcomm, chips, right, up 2%. Salesforce up 0.85. Okay, Disney's up 0.34. Now Disney made a nice move and then sold off yesterday. Okay, I'm still looking at Disney. All right. All right. Moving on. You got Morgan Stanley's down 0.08, PepsiCo down 0.32, Procter and Gamble down 0.63. Now the big one here is United Healthcare. United Healthcare is down almost 4% pre-market. That is pulling the Dow down. So that's the largest holding in the Dow. That would make the Dow weak. Okay, that makes the Dow weak. And healthcare used to be the second largest weighted sector. Now it's the third to financials. That might have changed again. I got to see. Every month I update those weightings. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Now if we go to my other list that I've just told you about, all right, we go to this list. You can see the leader on this list is Taiwan Semis, up 7.93%, followed by DraftKings, followed by Neo, Lucid, Unity Software, and there's my Applied Materials. Applied Materials is up 2.43%. So I actually just took some profit off a little bit ago. So entered around 152. So it's a big gap up over key levels. So I'm really gonna have to see what that. Hopefully I can hold it for a couple weeks. Because if the Nasdaq breaks out, it's gonna go really high. So eyes on 160 for Applied Materials. Now, as far as laggards in this list, we have Humana. See, that's healthcare. Okay, so this might have something to do with United Healthcare being down. Okay, look at that. CVS is down 5%. So healthcare is taking a hit. Now, I haven't seen the news on it yet. All right, but that is definitely that's definitely something concerning of healthcare. Now, I think Humana reported. I'm not sure. Let me see. This would have been Thursday a.m. before the open. Is there healthcare? No. I have to really see what's going on with that. All right, let's go over to sectors. Sectors. We have the leader, semiconductors, up 2.58%. Monster move. All right, technology, biggest sector in the S&P, up 1.21, followed by discretionary. Okay, only negative is healthcare. So just to let you know, it's the third largest weight in the SPY in the S&P 500. So this will act as a drag on the SPY. So let's say today you wanted to go long and I had to pick, do I want tech or do I want SPY, which has multiple sectors? I'm going to go with Qs. I don't want my Qs are not going to get pulled down by the healthcare. The Dow is going to get pulled down because United Healthcare is down. Okay, so that's what's going on with sectors. Okay, we're going to get into very quickly. I don't think there's tons and tons of news or economic calendar. We do have jobless claims reporting today, so let's get in here. All right, so what do we got? Fed Bostic speaks at 7:30, so he's already spoke. Just jobless claims today. We're looking at a forecast of 205. Previous was 202. See how that does. We got the Philly Fed also. Okay, Fed Bostic speaks again at 11:30. Michigan consumer tomorrow. Let's look at the juice here. Now, Fed Bostic just said at 8:01. Fed Bostic, if inflation progress slows, it's good to keep higher for longer. Interesting. I want to see more evidence we are trajectory to 2%. The worst outcome would be to cut rates, then have to raise. So nothing shocking that he's saying. Okay. So not much on that front there. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the daily charts. Unless, let's see, unless I have something here for you guys. Yeah, I do. All right, give me one sec. I'm going to pull up one more thing in news that I haven't even looked at yet. All right, I don't want to waste too much time. And we can look at this together. Here's the news about Humana. Okay, so his government shutdown, whatever. But okay, here we go. Humana sees higher than expected medical costs in fourth quarter. Humana said it sees medical costs to be higher than previously expected in the fourth quarter due to increased demand for medical service, sending its shares down pre-market trading. That's bringing the healthcare sector down. Okay, that's the news. All right, Humana. Intel gains boost in battle against EU. U.S. chipmaker Intel's fight against 1.6 billion. Okay, chips are doing well. All right, let's see if we can quickly. Humana, we just talked about. Taiwan Semiconductor. That's another big one here, right here. Okay. The Taiwanese chipmaker projected more than 20% growth in 2020 revenue on booming demand for high-end chips using artificial intelligence. That's all you need to hear. All right, that's all you need to hear. All right, looks like Target's company said its finance chief, Michael Padelki, was stepping down. Looks like Alphabet, Google's looking for more layoffs. Boeing has India's Alaska Air said it has ordered 150 Boeing Max narrow-body planes. That's probably sending Boeing a little up today. Intel, the chipmaker, fight against. Okay, we talked about that. Tesla, China unit to launch a nationwide tour to showcase its flagship Cybertruck in China. Okay, let's see here. Meta got a price target raise. Palo Alto initiates cover outperform rating. Charles Schwab cuts rating to market perform from outperform. Yeah, so Adobe also got a downgrade. Schwab got a downgrade. Microsoft got an upgrade, and Apple got an upgrade. So that covers that. Let's move on to those daily charts here, okay? And really quickly, we'll go over what's going on here. Not sure who's with me. Maybe it's Chief. Maybe it's no one. We will have to see. But remember, the show goes on even if no one's there. I hope someone's there, but if no one's there, the show must go on. All right. So we are in daily charts. We are in the SPY. What happened yesterday? Right. So what happened yesterday? So let's go from this move. All right. So look. We kind of gapped down, then we went lower, then we went higher, found some buyers, right? Right here. So we closed under the 20 simple day moving average, right? Now we're at 474.60. 474.60. We're all the way back up here above both these moving averages, okay? So gapping up in the SPY. And right now, out of the indexes, the SPY is the third strongest, behind the Qs at number 1 and the Russell at number 2. Okay. Just looking at this, we're still in balance. Okay, we're still in balance. All right. So, all right, and let's look at these Qs. Qs much stronger. All right, look what the Qs did. So the Qs kind of had this area down here. These two lows, we took this low out, but guess what? We found buyers. We found buyers here around 403. Okay, and then buying ensued. This is nice buying excess here, and we closed up here above the 20-day simple moving average inside this little balance range back again. Okay, so just to make you sure you understand this, these are all shorts lined up here, and we just came down, and the sellers were not strong enough to hold it at the lows, and it got bought up. So guess who's going to be in trouble right now? This triple top right here. Okay? Hence, when I saw what was happening, I wanted to get long in Applied Materials, and I've been stalking that trade for weeks. And I just wanted the market to give me a sign that, okay, this could be a good move to go long, because the sellers tried and they were failing. Okay, and you have this triple top here. Now, where is the Nasdaq right now? 411. We closed at 407. The market is up here, right here at that triple top. Now, if you break this, you're probably going to 413. Okay, these shorts are going to have to cover. They're on their heels now. Okay, of course, can we get resistance here and we kind of hold here? Of course. But if this is this is going to be the fourth time we're testing this level, it could be a gap and go today in the Nasdaq very easily. Very, very easily. Okay? That is the Qs. Right now, this is the bond market. Okay? The bond market went up yesterday, right, with that move. Okay? Let's look at that together. Let's look at that 10-year yield, okay? Look at that move right here, right? I said this would be resistance. We're over the 200-day moving average, okay? Today, 10-year yield is down 0.19, okay? And the market's going up. So, let's see, because remember, this is inversely correlated to the market. Yields go up, the market should get weight put on it, right? Okay. And the dollar's flat. Don't have to get into that. It's flat. VIX is down. Back down. I think it reached yesterday 15. Did it reach 15? Yeah, it did. Reached all the way up to 15.4. 200-day moving average. Pulled back. Now we're down here with this move up. Okay. Now, let's get into structure. Let's get into my market profile and volume profile. Let's go over to the ES. Let's look at structure together. Okay. We're going to look at the structure together. All right. So first thing we look at is the profile of the last 5 days. This is rolling. Okay. So we got this, this, and this. Value area is here where 70% of the trade has happened. Price is right here. Right here. And we got a poor high right here that's getting ready to get broken right here. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. If I move this over here, we can see why and what I'm talking about here. All right, so let's look at structure. Now, structure-wise, most trader prices of the week and the month are up here. Price is below it, right? But look what happened. I said this yesterday. I said if you look to the left, you had a couple of lows, this swing low over here. Okay. Now look what we did yesterday. We nipped that much below it. And then guess what? We closed here. Okay. That's one. Okay. Sellers didn't prove themselves to me yesterday. Okay. Now we have a weekly VWAP right here. Okay. Let's back it up. So you can see the price. There we go. So we have a weekly VWAP at 47.85. Okay, price is above it. So whenever you're below this weekly to date VWAP, which is right here, and then you got the monthly VWAP of January. Do you see when it's red, sellers are in control? When it's green, which they are now, buyers are in control. So we went down, closed here, right? Something's not right here. Something's not right. Give me a sec. Something's not right with my data. I thought something looked weird. give me 1 second here. I think I'm missing something. Apologize for this. I just don't want to show you data that's not correct. And maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Something looks weird. It's just going to reset my data. I apologize. I just want to make sure everything's right, what I'm telling you guys. It's just going to reset here. It's just resetting my data. Again, like I said, I apologize. I don't want to give you guys incorrect levels. Come on. What I can show you, so while we wait, right? While we wait for that, I can show you some key levels on an hourly chart that I wanted to show everybody. Okay. Let's go to the hourly chart here. And I specifically want to show the NASDAQ, the NQ. Okay. And I want to show everybody why this is a very important level. Okay, so this is an hourly chart. All right, so from this buying, I put a Fibonacci up to the highs, right? And I have the big line here, the dotted line is the 50% Fibonacci retracement of this move. Okay, so look what it did. We came down, we came up, we came up, we came down, we came down right there yesterday to the 50% Fibonacci of this move. Okay, briefly broke monthly VWAP. Briefly, right here, went right down to the 50% Fibonacci, pulled back to monthly VWAP. Now look what we're doing. Very key to have that on your chart. I was looking at that and I was like, ooh, that's nice. That's very, very nice. Okay. Let's see if my data corrected itself. Let's go back here. There we go. Now my data is correct. All right. Apologize for that. I'm not sure if I have to get my daughter to her bus, so I'm not sure if I can touch on the NASDAQ as much. But now we got the data. Now we're breaking highs. Okay. There's that pour. Now the news came out for jobless claims. I'm assuming it's good. Market's moving up higher. Okay. So this is what we did. This is what I was wanted to talk about. To the left of here is a swing low to the left, okay? In this demand zone, we couldn't make it down there with sellers yesterday. Okay, close right here, and now we pushed off. Okay? Now, what I want to speak about is this is a monster gap. That's a monster gap. We closed, this is the highs, and this is where the market is now. Okay? Big gaps like that are very hard to trade. Very, very hard to trade. And what you want to look at, okay, is the midpoint of the overnight. So this is the 50% Fibonacci of the overnight move. You want to see it, defend it. 47.80, okay, happens to be monthly VWAP. So if we come back here and test monthly VWAP, that could be a nice move to go higher, okay? You want to see this defend it. You have single prints here. You want to see it defend it. Okay, we're coming up. Okay, and all these shorts are going to be on notice right here in this in ES. Okay, so let's look at a couple scenarios. Now we know this is yesterday's highs, yesterday's lows, overnight low. Okay, now notice where we came down to the overnight, the most traded price of yesterday, and we have a demand zone here. Okay, if we test back through this is not good for the buyers. Okay, so how do you play this? For me, I just told you 47.80 would be a nice pullback to monthly VWAP. Okay, if you fill the gap, that's also possibly you can get the buy. Okay, you can notice there's a lot of volume here overnight. So if you lose that, that's buyers. You're probably going to get tested down here somewhere. Okay, remember, sellers are on their heels. You know you don't want to be a seller right now. Okay, you got to think about that emotionally. Okay, came into supply right here, and now you're getting a little bit of selling. Okay, that's what we got going on right now. Now, if we look at scenarios here, like I said, I don't have tons of time, but let's get into it. Okay, we just came to a bottom, and the market said to us, no, 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 sellers are not strong enough. Okay, so here we go. 47.80 is monthly VWAP. Put that down, write that down, and let's see if the market can push up, come back here, test 50% Fibonacci, and monthly VWAP, even if it violates it slow and fills the gap, fine. And then you want to make that move up to these big key levels here to 48.15. Okay, if 48.15 is taken, we're moving higher. That will be my plan today. Okay, now if there's farther weakness, let's say we move all the way back to this demand and the most traded price of yesterday, that's the test for the buyers. If this gets violated and holds, not good. But if it holds, same thing can happen. We can move higher. Okay, that is the bull scenario. Bear scenario. Okay, right now I'd rather be long. I'd rather have an opportunity to go long, but have to respect the supply right here. Okay, we could move up into it and get the sell. Okay, and you can move down to monthly VWAP, possibly test here. Like I said, if you go below this, possibly test yesterday's low. That's just a scenario. Okay, the next one, if we gap and go and we move up into this big 48.15 area, this could have some problems and cause resistance, and we could go above it, but if we come through it, hold, we're probably going to go back down. Okay, and of course, even if we move, it's a supply zone as well. We can move this, and then this is big resistance and overhead supply right here. Could also try again and fail, and maybe we balance off here. Okay, so that is the ES. All right, now let's go into the NASDAQ, and I'll try to look at it quickly. All right, let's look at the NASDAQ together. All right, so we got big gap. I'm going to be patient with that gap. Let's look at our NASDAQ. Much stronger. Much stronger, okay? Now, here's our big profile here. It's basically a very balanced, right? So same thing yesterday. We had this kind of swing low to the left here, okay, where the market could not go into this demand zone. and we are above monthly VWAP, we're above weekly VWAP. Okay, now big level right here. That's that 16970 in the Nasdaq. Now we're coming off the top a little bit. I expected this. Okay, we're in supply. Now look at how many shorts are here. That is a huge level. Call it 170.34, 170.40. Big level. That's the breakout level. Okay, that's the breakout level. Now let's look at this. Yesterday's highs, yesterday's lows. Price is here, gapping up big time. Okay, here's the overnight low. All right, so when you have a big gap, what are we looking at? The midpoint, the 50% Fibonacci of the overnight. So that's 16939 is the midpoint of the session. You really want to see it hold this level, really. That's a big level. Okay, that's a really big level. People are taking profits right now. So what do you want to see? All right, hold this level or hold this level. Okay. We got even more shorts here. People took, it's crazy. This level is a monster level. That's why this pullback is very, very important. Okay, so what you need to see, this supply is getting used up. All right, as supply gets used up a zone, it gets weaker and weaker. But market right now is taking some profits. That's expected. All right, look at all the volume up here. Right, the job of this Nasdaq is to hold this level. That's job number one. So if we look at this together, let's go over a scenario together. And I'm going to probably have to get out of here in a couple minutes, okay? So we got our 1639. We got our big level here. That's the level you want to defend for a bull, okay? For this breakout here. So you want this market, even if it pushes up, you want it to test this level. Even if it dips to the 50% of the overnight, that's fine as long as it holds it, and then you can make the move, and then you can bust up. Okay, now the same thing goes for well, not the same, because the overnight, the most share price yesterday is down here, but this overnight low in demand zone where it exploded, okay, that is the next defensive point for the bulls. So if we come down there, which wouldn't be great, but if it gets defended, that also could be the move up. But that 170.40 in the Nasdaq's the breakout level. That is a huge level. If this market pulls back, this time most likely will break out. But I'm not sure. You never know. Okay? You really don't. All right, so what do we have here? Now, right now, the 10-year yield just went higher. It's up 0.5. So the 10-year just went higher. The dollar just went higher. Okay? So I'm assuming jobless claims were not great. Okay, so here's our level about to get tested. If you're a seller in a bear, you just came in supply, where there's been resistance and resistance and resistance, right? So if we come back up here, go through this level and hold it, you're going to probably go down to this demand zone. If you break that, you got yesterday's most traded price and then monthly VWAP. And let's see if that can hold, or then we're going to push to yesterday's lows. Okay. Now I don't know what's going to happen, but the 10-year yield spiking a little bit. We have to see. All right. So I hope that made sense to everybody today. Apologize for the technical difficulty. And subscribe. Set an alert if you didn't already. Please give me a thumbs up or a like, as you call it. All right, and you can always follow me at x@gonzo719. Got our plan, got our levels. Big gap ups are hard to deal, to trade, to deal. All right. I wish everybody good luck. Stay green. I'll see you later.